I've decided I'm starting a YouTube channel. I decided that I'm gonna ask a few questions on what do you guys think that you want to know about me, and these are the responses that I got. So I wrote them down, quite a few questions. So I just picked a few that I thought, okay, let me share a little bit about me with you, and then we'll take it from there. What is my name? I am Nisha Andrea Bolsa. So that's my middle name, Andrea, which was also one of the questions. But yeah, so that is who I am. And then how old are you? So I'm 25. I'm turning 26 on the 2nd of December. So currently 25. Then how tall are you? So my ID says I'm 1.55. So I'm short. In other words, I'm just short. It is what it is. It is what it is. Our next question is, are you a morning person or a night owl? Now this is such a loaded question because personally, I am a night owl. I'm a girly that loves to stay up at night because that's when it's most peaceful, and that's when I can be productive, right? However, my baby does not like that. My baby is when he wants to sleep, he wants to sleep, and when he wants to sleep, he wants me right there next to him. And because I'm so tired, guys, I'll do a day in the life at some point, and then you guys will see. It's crazy, chats. It's literally, I'm running up and down all the time, and by the time it's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, then I'm out of it. So yeah, I am originally a night owl. However, lately I've been a morning person, or not even a morning person because I'm still grumpy every morning, but I've been a day person, not a night person anymore. What did you study and what are you doing now? Okay, so what did I study? I studied Bachelor of Psychology at the University of Namibia. So I technically studied psychology. That's what I did. And I think that it would be interesting to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. Did I always want to do this? No. I wanted to study radiography, or actually that's what my parents wanted me to study. And I wanted to do dentistry because when I was in high school, I had braces and I liked it, everything about it. Like, I liked the pain about it, I liked the look of it, I liked what it was doing, and how these little metal thingies had the ability to literally change everything, you know. Okay, I didn't have like crooked teeth, it wasn't that bad, but still needed braces. Anyway, so I wanted to become an orthodontist, right? But we almost now know if you study dentistry, you need to pass biology. And that just didn't happen. So life just took a turn for the most unpredicted, and I didn't make it through biology in my high school years. So I had to switch up right then and there when I got my results. I had to switch up and I had to re-decide my entire life immediately because no gap year for me. I think my kids can what is the word, attest to what I'm saying when your parents don't want you to take gap year and you're just like, what do I do with my life? So I then applied into humanities and I let the registrar decide my life for me. So I was like, bro, just pick anything, ek worry me. And the guy was like, wat gaan aan met jou? Like, everybody knows what they want to do, everybody knows all these things, what, and you're just here like, yeah, worry me. And I'm just like, it's part of life. Again, it is what it is. So that being said, it did take a while for me to figure it out, and I didn't do very well until one of my lecturers, and we're actually so close to today, challenged me, and she was just like, dude, just get out if you don't want to be here. And I was like, excuse me. And then I just showed her who I could be, and when I actually logged in to psychology, then it was over from there, and it was just my passion ever since. So sometimes things don't work out because they shouldn't, and sometimes things don't work out because there's a different plan in motion for you. And what do I do now? I am now a life skills teacher. I teach grade 10, 11 and 12, and I'm a school counselor, which is where the psychology then comes back into play. So yes, I do counseling, I do sessions, I do therapy, but I also teach life skills, which is my heart at the moment, and I love it. So that is what I studied and what I do now. Anyway, next question. If you could change one bad habit, what would it be? My facial expressions. People say it's not a bad habit, but I think it's a bad habit. Like, people would like say like picking in your nose and stuff like that, but like I think my face says way too much. Like, if I'm disgusted, you'll see it on my face first. If I am disappointed, you'll see it on my face first. If I'm mad, you'll see it on my face first. Like my kids always tell me, "Ma'am, change your face," and I'm just like, you know. So yeah, my facial expressions. And I say that it's a bad habit because sometimes you're in a crowd where you shouldn't be making your face a certain way, you know what I mean? And like, it's a habit. Like, I've been doing it for so long, and now it's just like, you know. So I did mention in the beginning of the video, but for those that don't know, I have a baby. He is currently 11 months old. I'm very excited for his first birthday. I'm definitely going to vlog everything, and I'm going to post everything about that, and I'm going to be like the mom that goes all out, because I just realized I can't not be that girl. So even if I bake his cake myself, I'm gonna go all out. Even if I need to go and like find everything to do it myself, I will be that girl. So I have a boy, and the question is, how old is baby boy, and can I babysit? So this is from one of my kids at school, at work, and baby boy is currently 11 months old. He will be 1 year at the end of October, and of course you can babysit. Like, girl, be careful what you wish for. This little boy will so yeah, my kids are always very excited, and they love him, even though they hardly get to spend time with him, and they hear about him more than they see him, but they love him, and I would love for them to spend time with him. And yeah, of course they can babysit him. The problem with him is he's very picky. Like, if he doesn't like you, he'll show it in every way. He'll show it in his face, he's like his mother, he'll show it in his face, he'll show it in his attitude. He has a big personality, like a little tiny person with this big personality, and he will just show it to you. He'll just be like, no. We have come to nearly the end of our video. Last question, which is also the most deep question. What is the biggest shock or perspective change or perspective shift that has happened since baby was born? Everything changes. Everything. Perspective of the human changes entirely. But I think the biggest thing that it's not one biggest thing, there's multiple. This is a whole different video, and yeah, I will be speaking a lot about motherhood, because I think it should be spoken about more. But yeah, when it comes to a perspective shift about baby, or about life after baby, it's that everyone is still living their lives. After you have a baby, it slows down for you. Your whole life changes. Nothing stays the same. You have no more freedom if you've had it before. You need to change your entire diet, because you now need to cater, if you're breastfeeding, you need to cater for your breast milk as well. Your social life changes entirely, because everyone else is still living the life that they lived before baby, and unless they have kids of their own, of course. And because I'm such a young mom, most of my friends don't have babies, and these that do are just busy. Like, your whole life changes. Your whole life revolves around your baby. And I think the biggest thing that I needed to get used to was being so alone, you know, because yeah, everyone is there, and everyone, you know, but everyone still has a life. So if it's Saturday night, I am alone with baby, because my mom has a life of her own, my friends have lives of their own, all those types of things. So essentially, relationships change. all relationships change. It has a big effect on your romantic relationship with your partner as well, because now you are baby centered, and your partner, the male, usually might not be, and in not all cases, but in most cases, the male might be very chilled about it, because you are the person that must feed the baby. You are the person that the baby cries for when you need to do anything. So you need to think about things like that. So I'm exclusively breastfeeding, which means that I exclusively nurse as well as pump milk for him. So when I am at home, I nurse, meaning every 3 to 4 hours he is latched and I can't do anything for 5 hours straight, if that makes sense. And when I'm at work, I pump for him, so I need to have a pumping schedule. So your entire life shifts, nothing stays the same. And that was the perspective shift, essentially, that your whole life is not yours anymore. Your whole life is different now. Your whole life is revolved around another human being, and this human being can't do anything for themselves, so they need you, essentially. It's not even about they want you to be there. It's about they cannot survive without you being there. It's not all bad though, because I do realize that it sounds like, wow, this is terrible. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. If you're used to being out all the time, no more being out. If you're used to being surrounded by human beings, no more being surrounded by human beings. But there are beautiful moments. And I think the good perspective shift that I've experienced was that you get to find out who you are as a woman. You get to find out who you are as a girl, as a female, as a mom. And being a mom is so much different than just being an independent girly, because like I said, you now have a person that relies on you and your well-being, and that's the most difficult part. Being intact with your well-being is hard, but you do it because it's worth it. It's worth it to see that person smile. It's worth it to look at that person look at you and stare and be mesmerized by you as the mom. And because he's 11 months old now, he has this new thing where every day when I get home from work, he runs to the door and he runs and laughs, and and just having that feeling of I matter to this one human being, it makes it worth it. Having this feeling of knowing what your body is capable of, knowing that you created life, knowing that you grew bones inside your body, knowing that you are able to create nourishment for your baby via the breast milk. It's crazy, but it's also a good kind of crazy. So I think perspective in every sense changed, and there is no biggest, because every moment kind of outshadowed the next moment. So that would be my answer for that. Yeah, it's been a journey, and I would love to share this journey with you guys. My channel is going to be centered around a lot of stuff, like motherhood mainly, pumping and stuff mainly, and then there is also the side of how can I put it, the side of being a teacher and being a day in the life girly and all of these types of things. But leave it in the comments below. What do you guys want to see? What do you guys want me to look into? What is it that we should take on together? Because I'm also all about mental health, obviously, and I would like to talk about that as well. And I think it would just be interesting to have different opinions and different perspectives raised. So alright guys, thank you for tuning in. Bye.
High volume.
Am I really that much?